Hello YouTube, this is Bruno. Today we will talk about dispenser crafting, and I'd argue this is basically what the crafter is for, because crafting this by hand sucks. You need bows, and then you have to craft the dispensers out of cobble, redstone and a bow. And of course you can press space to get the ingredients again, but still it's kind of a labor to do that. So let's check out how we do this with crafters. And the absolute easiest way to do that, if you just need a stack of dispensers or something like that, is just to place two crafters in a row, like so, and fill the back crafter with the bow recipe. And for the front crafter, one bow, and we need to fill the recipe for the dispenser here, like so. And now we place an observer going into this crafter, so you will have one observer looking this way. And then you place another observer looking this way, and the system starts crafting. And it will craft a full stack of dispensers until all of the ingredients are out. And the reason why this works is that we strongly power this front crafter, and this means we immediately power the back crafter. So what happens? We craft a dispenser, the bow is out, but the bow is immediately replaced because we weakly power this back crafter. Now by strongly powering the front crafter, this one is powered first, and after that this one is powered. So it all works out very nicely. You can of course use another clock, any clock really, but it's important that you strongly power this crafter. So you can also use a repeater going into the crafter, and of course we can integrate the clock here. So we can do something like that. But of course observers are easier if you have observers. That means if you've been to the Nether and get some quartz. Okay. And of course we can get more than one stack by placing hoppers and having the ingredients refilled here. So for example here we have string and we have sticks. These will replace the ingredients in this back crafter. And we have redstone and we have cobble. And you might need a bit more cobble going into the front crafter. And now I made the clock toggleable, so we have a sticky piston pushing this observer up. And what you do to get dispensers is just you stand in front of this crafter here, you hit the lever, and your inventory will fill up with the dispensers. The one drawback is that these hoppers are way too slow to fill the inventory in time. So if you craft too long, you will eventually lose the recipe because you will be out of ingredients here. So you should stop after one stack of dispensers. So basically you can stand here, craft a stack of dispensers, and then let the system refill. And this is the setup that I used for my Git Good series, and I think it's already very nice, because for pretty much all applications that I can think of, I need a stack of dispensers or less. There are very few contraptions where you need more dispensers, for example if you build a creeper farm. But still, this is already a very nice contraption. It will give you a stack of dispensers on demand, so just watch that the ingredients do not run out here, because otherwise this will happen. There we go. Okay, so this is not what we want. Of course, we can prevent this running out by using a slower clock. And here I added a second hopper, filling the cobble on the side here. So we have two hoppers leading into this crafter. So this crafter now goes down, the output goes into this barrel here. But of course, two hoppers would still be too slow for an observer clock. So here I rigged a clock that will give a pulse once every 1.4 seconds. So we have two hoppers, we need 7 cobble per dispenser. So a clock of 1.4 seconds is exactly what we need. So here you just stand here, enable the clock. The barrel will fill up slowly with dispensers. and you can check that all of the ingredients are replaced in time. Now the drawback of this system, of course, is that it takes longer to produce the dispensers compared to the other system here. But you can just let it run in the background basically until all of the ingredients are out, and then you will have quite a lot of dispensers. Again, this is a very simple setup. So this clock here has a 2.8 second pulse, 1.4 seconds on, 1.4 seconds off. We use again an observer to strongly power this crafter here. We can't just use a repeater, because if we strongly power this crafter, then these hoppers would be locked. So this is why I use this observer here, which gives a short pulse that does not interfere with the hoppers here. Yeah, so that's it. 3 extremely simple setups to craft dispensers. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you want to see more content like this. Please subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos. And see you next time. Bye bye.